Season 3. Season 3. Season 3. Dumelang ko mahayeng. Libitso la ka ke na Nomonde Ndwalaza, and I'm the new host for Rise Talk Show Season 3. Hona le dintho tse changileng, hona le dintho tse still the same. La bona futhi sinama sofa masha guys. Siyaplika
Nomonde wayikhuluma ngamasofa bongekho. Ngithekela sikhuluma ngamasofa.
That is true, guys. Some things have changed, but you know what, guys? The mandate is still the same.
It is.
We are all Rise women, and this is our show. Letaba hopla di co-host sa lona ne ba le teng last season. Re tshwere Delisile Mzimela.
Hello.
Re tshwere Phindile Sithole Spong.
Yep.
Deb Girl. Yes. Re tshwere Nokthula Sikhakhane.
Yebo.
Ninja
Siyaphila.
Right. We also have our Rise young women. They are in the studio. The righty girls. We also want to keep the conversation going on social media. #Rise Talk Show. Buang le rona mo Facebook, le mo Twitter. Guys, spete a big sister on the season.
Yes.
Yes. Guys, she is a motorbiker. She is an author. She is an activist. And she's going to come on this show every week and slay us with her thoughts and her ideas about the topics that we're going to be speaking about. Guys, I'm a topic of the season. Ayababa. Siyakuba, siyasebenza, asmanga. Masipathitivite nje kancane, guys. What are we going to be talking about this season?
So we're learning about sex.
So ladies, as you know, since last season, I got engaged. So I'm excited to speak about deal breakers and deal makers, you know, because I think we need to figure them out before you get to this level.
Yes. Yeah, it's levels.
I want to talk.
About
I want
what?
to tear them apart if need be. The masculinity.
Yes.
Young twos. Mina, you know what? I'm excited about the parenting episode. You know, some of us more Rabatwadi, some of us Rabatwala one day, maybe. Maybe not just us. But it's an important topic because and that has had a big impact on Gutisinjan, even as Abantuan. So we must speak about the parenting episode.
Definitely.
You know? But today, re tlo bua ka taba ya ho ba ho tswalwa ka HIV. Haholo ha re bua ka HIV mo lefatsheng re bua ka sex and sexuality and the infections tse etsahalang ka sex. Mara ha re bue ka young generation ya batho ke dithaka tsa rona. You know, some of them are even older than us. Ba tswetseng ka HIV le hore ba phela jwang ka yona. So ke ntho ke batlang re bue ka yona today, guys. You know, because na for na HIV na go kenana ka yona before ke sebetsa ko Rise. Kosi Johnson was the face of HIV in a lot of ways. And before him, I never knew about HIV.
Nami akusinto engashuthi yintsha kimi.
Okay.
Into ekhona kithi. Ngokuthi mama wami ushone ngayo, mama kasisi wami ushone ngayo, mama kabhuti wami ushone ngayo.
That's a lot.
So,
but how did that experience make you feel, Thuli? Like, it must have been so scary for
you're
you.
very like bengithuke, you know, because
Yeah. Hey, Nyaguzo.
So you guys know, Jorge, I'm the resident HIV girl in the group and on the talk show. But really, before I found out that I was born with HIV, I also didn't know that you could live with it, hey? Like, I thought people had it and then they died. And here I am, 28 years later, so...
And fleeking, by the way.
fleeking and looking gorgeous.
So I am part of today's insert and sharing my experience of being born with HIV with 3 other young South Africans who share their stories about navigating life with HIV. Let's have a look.
Igama lami ngu-Leonora, I'm 25, ngisebenzela i-treatment action campaign.
My name is Sapongatu. I am 26 years old and I'm the co-founder of Say Plus, which is South African young people living with HIV in South Africa.
Ngiyengathi ngazalwa ne-HIV, and then umama ushone ngisasemncane, nobaba washona ngimncane, ngakhuliswa ugogo.
So I only found out about my status when I was 19 years old.
I was hospitalized. Then after that, no, I've been diagnosed with HIV and it's been in my system for far too long.
And there was really no reason for me to look at HIV or even think that I could possibly have HIV.
Then I went like, because it's alright. It cannot happen to me. You know, ngisontekele fresh.
First relationship yami ngaba nayo. Isikhathi esiningi bengihlala ngifeel guilty because bengisaba ukuthi okay, mangizomtshela ukuthi ne-HIV ayiwambile. So bekathi makahleli ngifuna ukumtshela something uzothi mase kamamela leyo nto leyo hayi ngijike ngithi bengafuni ukusho niki sorry ngikhohliwe ukuthi bengifuna ukuthini yabona lezo zinto lezo until ngamtshela ngefoni but ngathola ukuthi umuntu understandayo azange abe nalento yokuthi how we are or anything.
So the biggest challenges I have living with HIV right now really have to do with my health. Like my lung, I have a weak right lung. So like just traveling is a real pain for me, you know.
Sticking to my dad has always been a problem because I don't stay in one place because my work relies me to go to different places.
Well, some of the most ridiculous questions I've been asked as an HIV positive person are, I think one is always about my sex life. The people are surprised that I still have sex.
Izinto abantu bebanokuzikhuluma ukuthi ngoba une-HIV angeke ube nomntwana, angeke uzujole, kusho ukuthi nje uzohlala uyi-one ungenamuntu ozokuthanda abe khona for wena in terms of ukuthi ube ne-partner.
Abantu vele banokungibuza ukuthi unayo boyfriend na? Then I said, yeah, of course nginayo. Yini kufanele ngibe nayo na? Then they said, no, siyazibuzela nje. It's like, okay.
But HIV, it's like it's hard to explain that because you're telling them you've been infected from mother to child transfer.
And the third one is about my wanting to have children, being open about that. Like people find it weird and creepy. I don't know why, but they just do.
They don't understand the meaning of HIV. They don't understand you can still have a negative baby. I understand the way
What would I do differently if I was HIV negative? Nothing. I think now at the place that I am in my life, I've done so many things that where I negative, I would have never even done actually.
You know, when I look back at that insert, when we shot it, I was very happy that day. I don't know what had happened. Yeah. But the reality is, a lot of times when I go for interviews or when I speak to people about my status, they always expect me to be that person. They always expect me to be happy, like, and I'm like, no, guys, like I have bad days too, like everybody else. I'm not a robot who you can switch on and then I'm just always here.
You know, HIV, there is like an expectation hore you must always be happy, clappy people, you know. Because Johnson you can beat this disease, happy, you know, it's we're gonna overcome it. But there was never a point to say, guys, isn't as much as we can beat this disease, it's not easy to have it, right? So HIV, like hakula, someone is having a bad day. It's like no, une HIV, guys. It's not like as if you're just not having just a bad day.
It doesn't make sense for and you know the one thing engithinte kakhulu ngale insert le kade sibuka ukuthi abantu abaningi, you know, and I think even myself I was also at flaw of doing this, but we ask questions, you know, kwabantu abanayo ingculaza sengathi akubona abantu. The simplest of questions, you know, medication has come far, you know, within like the medical sector for HIV. Siyakwazi ukuba nabantwana. You can dream and do certain things and
you
just
can
live.
have a healthy sex life.
You can.
Sex doesn't stop just because you're HIV positive.
It doesn't. But I also think it's equally frustrating. Ukuthi if I had ingculaza and I had to constantly disclose it to someone that I'm close to, ngicabanga ukuthi leyo nto leyo ingaba incredibly frustrating for me.
Yo namdeli yabo leyo yokuthi vele nje ngikhuluma ukuthi hayi nambe ophinde yazini strong girl.
You know what? I mean, I must say, and that's the part that people don't get. And people think, oh, because you're born with it, your life must be easy. But dating is so much work. Before I'm the Pindi I am today, like it took a lot of work for my partner and I for him to learn about HIV, for him to be comfortable with me with HIV. Because like he'd be like, is this okay? How? Yes, it's okay. Like, you know, so I have to explain a lot of things.
Okay, yeah, guys. Asizweni ekhaya ukuthi bona bathini. Masibuya sokhuluma ngayo le ndaba le point with HIV. Khulumani nathi ku Facebook #RiseTalkShow. Ninganyakazi.
Were you angry at anyone when you found out about your status?
Yeah, I was angry at everyone. The way I cried because I felt like, okay, these pills, it seems like they are just there to shame me for living with HIV.
Ngaphambi kwekhefu sinbuze ukuthi how are HIV positive people treated in your community? I guess bona ukuthi abantu batheni. Ulucwaba uti, it's not like they're even given a chance to express their feelings. So to gain support, people online gossip about them in corners, then end up killing themselves because of judgment and being told they couldn't handle themselves well, not understanding and having knowledge of what they get. Working for Love Life, and I deal with these kinds of things daily. Bese uphigiswa uti, in my community, HIV positive youth are treated fairly and not discriminated. We even got one in my class. He's treated like everyone. We love and support him, which is a really good thing. Siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi nixhumane nathi on our social media pages. Niqhubeke futhi nikhulume nathi using the hashtag #RiseTalkShow. Now, our guest namhlanje is a 22-year-old activist, Sadie Brown, so let's welcome her to studio.
Let's go.
Hi, Sadie.
Hello.
Sadie, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. It's so nice to finally meet you.
It's so great to finally meet you.
So, Sadie, I'm going to jump straight to the question.
Okay.
So, I found out about my status when I was 19, right? I want to know, when did you find out about your status?
I found out about my status at age 14.
Oh, wow, that was young.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
I was scared. Okay, what happened? Because I'm just 14. I didn't do anything. I kept on saying that because I could not understand. So it was devastating. It was hard. Finally coming to terms with my status. I kept it to myself for like 5 or 6 months, until I eventually told my then high school teacher, because I could no longer keep it to myself.
Were you angry at anyone when you found out about your status?
Yeah, I was angry at everyone.
At everyone? There was,
I was angry at my aunt because I felt like, okay, she knew about my parents. She did not know about me. Why couldn't she at least take us to test? You know, because I have siblings as well, although I'm the only one who's infected. Yeah, so I was angry at her for that. I was angry at my parents, and it made me even more frustrated because they were gone. I couldn't necessarily confront them about it. I was angry at my siblings because now they are negative.
And you're the only one.
I'm the only one. I was just angry at everyone.
Mina-ke iza ngendaba yomndeni wami. Umama ushone ngayo vele, umama kasisi wami yabo. So isikhathini esiningi asikhulumi ngayo endlini, and like akho umuntu okhuluma ngayo. So uyakhuluma nomndeni wakho ekhaya ngayo.
Well,
or nomndeni wenu.
But back then, because I told them I carry 5 months or 6 months later, we were also not talking about it. I sometimes feel like insensitive by bringing up the topic. So we never at all. We only started talking about it at 18 now, when actually reality showed me, listen, you are HIV positive and now you need your treatment. So whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, you are living with HIV. So from then until now, we've now at least been talking about it more.
Where's Sadie? Hona le lecturer ne libitso la hae ke Jem Lies kwa ko University of Western Cape. So yena o bile etsa experiment le bana ba barutisang. Are HIV is real, but we take for granted just how difficult it is to have HIV every day. So ntwa yentseng kore wenze sure bona banka di smarties every day, and ba dinwe as if ke di ARV pills hore ba understand hore if national HIV, this is what it feels every day of my life. So experiment eo ke zamile le nna, you know, because lena ne ke batla as part of research for the show as well. So ke set a reminder every day hore yo, it's time to take my smarties, and smarties ya teng ke ikwenya because pidisi wa ikwenya we hlafuna ke. So ka yetsa experiment eo, and lona it changed the way ke nahanang ka dipilisi. So when I batla o tseba hore wena le treatment ya hao, relationship ya hao le treatment e jwang hantle.
Wait, my relationship with ARVs, it started off with in shaking yana grounds because I found out I'm gonna start taking treatment at 18. And obviously, like a typical young person, I went on to Google the side effects of the pills.
Oh, Google's the worst. They can make you so scared of things that
And then, but I'm gonna lose my hair, I'm gonna lose this and this and that. The way I cried, because I felt like, okay, these pills, it seems like they are just there to shame me for living with HIV. So I was literally prepared to die. I was like, no, I'm not taking them, it's fine. I am not about this life. And then I went to clinic because I get Google this and this and that. So this lady kept on saying, but then wrong. So please don't lie to me. But then she said, okay, listen, you seem to have all the information. nna ke go kopa fela gore please give them a month, try them out for a month. If they don't work for you, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
If they do, then there, you know.
That's great though that she gave you like the option and she put it into your hands, you know, to
Exactly.
do
decide.
whatever you wanted. Yeah.
And also because I was 18, I felt in control because she's like, you've got options here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Engifuna ukwazi mina ukuthi, you know, within your activism, iziphi indlela oyitholile wena to, you know, help abantu to just prevent them from contracting le virus then?
Most of my activism is aimed at giving hope to those living with HIV, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm all about just giving hope to them because I've I've known about the status of mine for the past 8 years of my life. And I could say about 6 years of those years, I was still battling with my own things, you know. So now I'm just all about showing people who are actually living with the virus that you can actually live with it and be okay and win and be beautiful and slay and do all of these things. Also because HIV is a virus that destroys your mental health.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah, so in most cases, I try to be that friend that they need.
Thank you so much, Sadie. It was great having you and talking to you and talking to another person who's positive, as always.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me.
Thank you, Sadie.
Siyabonga, sis.
Remember to connect with us using our hashtag Rise Talk Show. We'll be back after the break.
My focus gagolo ke gore re phele mo generation e leng HIV free. I mean, there are over 2,000 new infections among young people. Why the infection the increase?
Sinamukeleni futhi ehlelweni lethu le Rise. Sinjani girls? Hayi vele ke sila sinosisi wethu omkhulu umalebo. Yazini uzosipha lanto, yabo lanto sifuna ngabe. Kora sinamukeleni. Njani malebo? Awusamhla nje. Yazi angikhona ukuthi sizojoina usisi omuhle kanje kule season.
Stop it, I like it. Dumelang kaofela, you know, I'm so excited gore ke le joinile, you know, being part of the season 3's Rise Talk Show. And today's conversation is something emo pelong yaka since ke gola nje because na ba rata go botsa ka HIV ko sekolong. So every single week or every single month ne gona le message ya HIV. Every time ha ba tla ne ke re, oh my God, not HIV again. And I think the attitude ya batho ba bangata. But as time went, ha ke kena mo community work, mosebetsi wa ka gagolo no dila le batho ba na le HIV, and ke gopola one time ne ke sebetsa ko sepetleleng sa bana banyane who are infected through mother transmission, you know, and ibile yang change as a person. Ka ipotsa fela hore for as long as ke phela, for as long as ke le activist, for as long as ke le community worker, my focus gagolo ke hore re phele mo generation e leng HIV free, because that's important and that's possible. It's important to know hore that is possible.
So Malebo ke uzohlangana nama burning question ke kule season yonke. Onayo so?
Ek is Nisa. I get a friend and she's saying she has a boyfriend. They're sleeping together, but she didn't tell him for she's HIV. So I want to know, would it be polite for me to tell him, or should she tell him herself?
The Constitution of South Africa protects your right to privacy, you know, protects your right to disclosure. And nobody should force you to disclose, and no one should disclose on your behalf. So that is totally wrong. It's important to advise Chomia how hore when you are HIV positive and you are sexually involved with somebody, it's very important to disclose your status, because that way you are managing the situation, and because there are consequences to not disclosing your status to somebody you are sexually involved with. It's important hore when as a friend offer the support in terms of educating your friend, in terms of advising your friend hore, you know, it would be a good idea for you to disclose your status. Kochomia how?
If a person usetholile ukuthi u HIV positive, impilo yakhe mhlambe engayiphatha kanjani i-lifestyle yakhe.
So when you are HIV positive, it's important gore you keep your immune system strong, and that means you take care of yourself. Although khonali medication, although khonali support, nka empower jwang. And one of the things tseo di etsang is to watch your diet, lead the way upelang ka teng, you know, exercise and exercise precaution as well. So yes, now I would say gore motho o fetsang go find out a status sa high, it is go tlo ba le some lifestyle change. But it's you know, tshwantse re healthy. Gore gona apare di crop top, like I want like I'm gonna crop top. Because ke healthy, ke sharp. Sit-ups.
So okay, Malebu mina engifuna ukukwazi ukuthi why ubona kubalekile ukuthi intsha ezayo kamanje ibe free from HIV.
Wetithuli, a HIV free generation is something ailing very close to my heart, and every time I kibua ka yona ke ba emotional, you know. Most of the time ibile mainly because of msebetsi okuyenteng and batho ba killing exposed ko bona ditori tse re rutlwileng kaofela. Mara sometimes ka ipotsa hore sele 2017 why the infection the increase? I mean, there are over 2,000 new infections among young people between the ages of 15 and 25. And hakere young people, kimina young women, right? And so that increase, how can then we ensure these infection rates decrease? What is it that we are doing wrong? And kiboni hore mumsebeting waka, there are more young people but haba go fall pregnant, you know, than hoba HIV infected. We need to do more hore re prevent a generation hore leona ipheleka HIV, you know, go thata go phela ka status seo. So it's not something as once o kene ko yona fela. There's ways that you can prevent, and number one is to get tested. You know, that is very important. Get tested regularly, and when you are HIV positive, take your treatments. So that way, if kaofela ring ka msebetsi o ro yetsa wa rona, we can live in an HIV-free generation. And when we live in an HIV-free generation, we know that it's possible for all of us to prosper.
Sure. Hayi wethiking Malebu raleboha. Guys ngishilo ngathi uzosileya ne? Uzimisele. Wethiking raleboha Malebu.
Ke a leboga for this important topic.
Ka jele go hona re hopoditswe hore go bohlokwa hore re teste for HIV, re tsamayeng re lo testa ka mehla le mehla. Hopolang ho bua le rona mo Facebook le mo Twitter every week #RiseTalkShow ha re hlakaneng beke e latelang.
Woof, woof.